Team, stay with me. I am Madam Tokonu, and you see, let me say something. This woman called the former Chief Justice Tokonu, she is one arrogant. She is selfish. She feels so entitled. She does not respect our constitution. She thinks everything evolves around her. So the sense of entitlement, you know, it didn't into Obugan of when you say we are supposed to listen to her, even at a point where she wants us to bend the law and review the constitution to make her feel important in her dross. And that is the despicable thing about all that is happening today when it comes to the CJ matter. Who wouldn't love to have Tokonu as a mom? I would love to have her as a mom. Who wouldn't want to have a woman as a judge? We all want to have a woman as a judge. But who wouldn't want to speak when a woman or somebody like Tokonu, who has been given power to serve, wants to act like she can command us around, and to the point where she wants our constitution to be touched because of her. So she's so full of herself. Inside her drawers, it is a cakey. The drawers more cakey. Out of because she feels that everything should be about her. That is what is making me feel this woman has lost it. This former Chief Justice, she has lost it. Now, before I go into this matter, I want us to laugh about something. The MPP are almost protecting Tokonu as their lawyers and as Tokonu's spokespersons, you know. Till date, from the day the constitution actually John Mahama, who is the president, what to do, and the Council of State, what to do, and also the committee investigating matter what to do, no. Till date, the NPP, one thing they have not been able to do is to tell Ghana for say the constitution has been breached. Nobody has been able to do that. Now, they want to divert attention. Now, so Chief Justice, Yen can say there are people who want to meet and have a coup, and not just ordinary people, judges and lawyers who are well known around the world in Ghana with higher reputation. Ube expect to say a judge and a lawyer should have. Do you think, say, with all due respect to Chairman won't to mikura we Jimmy Kakri one abronye Jimmy any MPP for supporters Kakri o Jimmy o megaram say omu person kwhye kukuom na omu tu JFK na omu tu chairman a odwen say omu kwakotena restaurant akoye sa meeting no. I'm just asking. This shows how low, how foolish, how unintelligent politics MPP and the politics are. Now they don't have anything to say. Yes, Madam Tokonu ako court. The problem you know say, or see and stop it proceedings no, and I say committee ne juma na omo ye no, because she needs to sit before the constitution committee for them to question her on her actions. Boni a wodi no, I will say a busa and the boni na obie na noka. Or say on person obeye inti. And the MPP for say lawyers ni judge be echo restaurant. Na sa restaurant na mu nyina hye wo ho no. It means say sa judge no any lawyers omo almost separate places better than restaurant wo no. Kianeki they were having a meeting and having a coup to take out and I say to make sure Tokonu, disrespectful Tokonu, never comes back as Chief Justice. Where on earth actually wait Jimmy for somebody to tell you this kind of story? And these judges and these lawyers are reputable. I don't even have time to mention names because this story is funny. They didn't get any secure location. Sa judges now moka say omako shia akoye meeting any lawyers no the whole Accra no more such a sensitive issue. They didn't have any place to meet than a restaurant where waitresses are going, People are sitting next to them. Whilst people know who they are, they didn't have anywhere to go sit in an open restaurant to do what? Have a meeting and cook a story about it. What's with Jimmy? Now, these are the videos they are circulating. Say, oh, Judge Boy, and a lawyers be echo share restaurant, my CCTV, about Bontine, Joy News, some ya jandam, adaya, waiting to the Chief Justice say, Bonina wedding yinano, on penny, on coffee, or person sabedi Chief Justice. These are the videos. Watch this. So one, these are judges who enter a restaurant. And when you watch the video, this is a busy restaurant. In fact, the chairs are so close to the point whereby if you are even talking to your girlfriend or your wife and you are not very quiet, the next person could hear everything. We are talking about people who are well known. We are talking about judges, lawyers, who are well known everywhere, who can be noticed. They walk into a restaurant and you expect them to go sit in the middle of the restaurant and have a meeting about the Chief Justice. Serious. Actually, with Jimmy, how can that be the basis? Say, you see, amounphobia. Now, these people enter, they go to meet people sitting there. They are in the same profession. A lawyer, a judge, judges, they see judges, they show respect. They walk to them. Because if you're a lawyer and you see a judge, it is very important or respectful to walk to the judge, even whether you are older than him or not. You just have to walk to him out of respect to just say, exchange pleasantries. Now, the second video you are seeing, these are people who just go to restaurant, lawyers in the same profession, see a judge sitting with another person, they walk past them, some of them shake, some go to the other side, the other person sees that the judge is on the other side, go say hello and come back. This thing is casual. And this is what MPP are circulating, that because of this, a serious meeting has happened in the middle of a busy restaurant. Now, Sibyo, rent a hotel room. This is the second video. The lawyer who got out from his seat, out of respect, when he looked around and saw his colleagues, some being a judge, some of them being one of them being a judge and others being lawyers, just got up, exchange pleasantries. Hey, boss, namusuma hey, I yes you did you. You remember my show Jafri Kasa. Oh, nice. When number I'm talking wako jina court e catch Ghana for you say when meeting. I'm like, are we mad as a people? And a whole Chief Justice goes to court and says, penny Emma Day, penny ma committee na Ghana Constitution, Asha me ateno, penny momunko. So adentra. There's people on the committee, they were at this restaurant in tea. Na jinimuno, ohuni said no more born hopo. Like this is where we are. This is total distraction. Where the woman has no case. She is scared to meet the committee. She knows she has committed crimes, not a crime, crimes that she needs to answer to. The whole Chief Justice, suspended CJ Getutokonu through her lawyer Godfrey Dame into Tio. Chief Justice way akofa Godfrey Dame send a lawyer. Na ende our court no Godfrey Dame na oya Attorney General in the government that brought her. Suddenly or shockingly or surprisingly, Getutokonu morally when your lawyer Bia or Ghana say that Attorney General that we were talking say she was favoring the Attorney General, helping the Attorney General, conniving with the executive and Attorney General, jailing people politically. This woman morally could not move away from that assertion to go get somebody to be her lawyer. When your lawyer Bia or Ghana say the Nana Adodankwa Ekufuado lawyer Godfrey Dame na yene lawyer or the Jina court. Like Jesus Christ. Obia ye tokonu edruana. Ana tokonu onferia de. Tokonu ni age ni na umudi 17 18 na neighborhood ya from abena uhubon die omo feria de. Tokonu is not shy of anything. She's not embarrassed. Tokonu me assure say time no di 17 18 in neighborhood no na your friend abena uhubon die because the issue is you should be even ashamed. Morally, you're not even supposed to go back and bring Godfrey Dame. But you know what hurts? It is the rationale behind what they are trying to do. They are forcing us to think, say, Madam Tokonu, into what she wants is what we have to do. That is what I hate about what is happening. The former Chief Justice Tokonu is disrespectful. Very disrespectful. Her body language, her posture, that attitude that she's entitled to something that she's not entitled to. That idea that it is me and that the law cannot apply. That is what shocks me about this whole concept happening. Because Madam Tokonu at this point is trying to tell us, say, na seminar abano, say, udi wo mu kwa dia birthday party kura men kobi. Men kwe ye. Men kwa wedding. As far as onwakodi na seminar yedna begina committee no, the moment aka committee no men didi wa bontene because if it was a wedding or a funeral and anke ko hu nkofo we wa asia anka die ne beka. So right now the lawyers or people who are involved in this case, they cannot meet as human beings anywhere to Godfrey Dame and get to talk no. That is how they see it. So it's a sense of entitlement. It is me. So nobody should go out and eat. It is me. So as far as your name is in there, you cannot meet anybody and have a conversation. It is me. That entitlement mentality. Amanda draws my ding. But this woman, if she's making that argument today, say, oh, today, nipebiti aya committee ni so. Nipebiti committee ni so. Ena CCTV ohun so oma ko share restaurant omu ko baby na go share as far as sa nipedi bi eka committee no no ono Madam Tokonu hu ni say their judgment. In fact, Tokonu call court no. She raised some issues. Interlocutory injunction and open. Or see. Judge will say Mr. Puaman. Or see oh time na ono eye Supreme Court judge no. Chief Justice no. Eye former Chief Justice way. Or see oh some people try to take him out by petitioning the Chief Justice. Enti saa de no wo papa niti ohun ni say Puaman na ote committee ni so no automatically no na adwiri mu no Puaman pe na asem ti Puaman be pam no. Puaman will help the committee to sack her. That is her idea. So she's prejudging everything. She already has an idea about everyone. Because in her brains, you know, also say Puaman etime pia bontre ko hu other lawyers. It's your restaurateur. And the chempo say Puaman asem no on demand and say during her time, you know, ya the petition breno. Then the question here is, so petition here the bro about Puaman no. At the end of the day, did you sit on the petition and did you give Puaman the chance to explain himself? The petition itself was not heard. So the petition which wasn't heard, how can you conclude today and say, because a petition was brought against Puaman when you were the Chief Justice, automatically Puaman has something against you? Ebia enambonia wakorino ene so daye. Ama ni tire boni na Tokonu every year time na Chief Justice no. eno na esusu tokonu daye ende. Now the question here is, were we not in this country and they raise the issue about a year Gau a judge and another Danko Kufuado Ekofano Edene Baye so Ome Supreme Court judge. People were questioning Gau's political affiliation because Judge Gau or a former parliamentary candidate for the NPP. This matter came to court. What did the Chief Justice say? Because at this point, the Chief Justice wants to tell us to say, because a petition was brought against poor man during her time as a CJ, no, which we all know say that petition wasn't written by you, Tokonu. That petition wasn't written by Kufuado. That petition was written by a Ghanaian with allegations in, and that allegation at the end of the day was not verified to see say poor man aye de na nipa ne kana na say onkaye. So how can you today go to court and say on person committee na juma basu because why adwiri mu no poor man aye den empa wasem, because at the end of the day undi poor man body bia. You did not even sit on any petition. For somebody to just bring in a petition does not mean you, the Chief Justice Tokonu, you took a decision against poor man to get rid of poor man. Unless that was your intention, unless that was what you were planning to do. If that was not what you planned to do, or that wasn't your intention, then it means you basically respected poor man's independence. You did not care about the petition. You only cared about the independence when it comes to the job. Because you told us the same thing when Gau Tokonu Kachire say Gau na Ghana for Ekase or your MPP former minister no parliamentary candidate, he cannot be moved to the Supreme Court because of his affiliation. Not just an affiliation, because he contested on the ticket of the party in power. This was the argument the Chief Justice made. Time I had the case in the bar court. The argument, let's listen to the Chief Justice when that issue was raised.
Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin took aim at the judgment of the Supreme Court that stayed his ruling on those 4 seats. He asked his lawyers to file an application to get that set aside. But even before that argument will be had in court, his lawyer was on his feet in opposition to one member of the panel, Justice Yao Enes-Gayou.
He was known to be associated with the New Patriotic Party. And in fact, he was a parliamentary candidate in one of their constituencies in the Volta region.
I think you said enough.
Very well. And
yes.
I just want to demonstrate from, especially again.
No, I think you said enough.
From the
I think you said no. I think you said enough. Kindly resume this.
Very well, Mali.
After listening to the arguments on both sides, the Supreme Court, the 5-member panel, did not agree with Tadio Sori, lawyer for the Speaker, that Justice Yao Enes-Gayou should recuse himself from the case.
This court must take judicial notice of the fact that within the ranks of the Superior Courts is a former member of Parliament for the National Democratic Congress, a former General Secretary of the People's National Convention. The subject matter of this suit before this court is a constitutional dispute and not a matter involving political parties. The objection is therefore misconceived. This court must take judicial notice of the fact that within the ranks of the Superior Courts is a former member of Parliament for the National Democratic Congress, a former General Secretary of the People's National Convention. The subject matter of this suit before this court is a constitutional dispute and not a matter involving political parties. The objection is therefore misconceived.
This is Madam Tokonu. Time Alban Bagbin mo case the court to say, Mr. Gau, MPP parliamentary candidates, and the other better Supreme Court so. Tokonu etna case so the catch Ghana for the say. Gau Sabio a seminar at the court at the national a constitutional dispute, and that any political parties are seminar. 81 she recognized say a seminar at the court no na efa constitution ho na nenya political party asem, meaning Gawu has the constitutional right to be a judge on the Supreme Court bench, and that it is not about his political affiliation, because we are looking at the constitution. The law is the law. It is not about party which he was part of. Internet Tokonu Kache Ghana for say, fine, Gawu MPP ni, Gawu a contesting as a member of parliament, Gawu CPP ni or PNC ni, yenim se oya politics pa nemum court hanotino a constitution one sem na oka a constitution na ba a constitution one sem and original so did adwuma nemum enya political party. Now the question here today is, poor man, today as we speak, the matter in front of us is a constitutional matter. It is a poor man kura akwa restaurant. Na wakoshia NDC ni oho. Na oni NDC no atun say didi. Na oya NDC lawyer. At the end of the day, what is in front of the committee is a constitutional matter and not a political party issue. Inti your case in court today say we should get rid of poor man, any other people because you believe say they are politically affiliated or politically affiliated. No, it does not come in here. Meaning, even your basis for going to court, no, you have breached the constitution. Because if you sat in court and told us to say, Gawu, it does not matter the political party or what. The political party he basically led or contested in their name. What matters in your courtroom is that Gawu is sitting on a constitutional matter. What we are dealing with, this allegation that came up, this petition that has gone through the mail to get to the committee, is a constitutional issue. It is not a political issue, because in the first place, the people who filed the petition have not told us they are party A, party B, card-bearing members. They are citizens of the republic. They actually petitioned the constitution, and they activated a clause in the constitution that has to take effect. And those clauses in the constitution were followed by the president. It is a president in the constitution. This is Brouhaha. What we are discussing is purely constitutional. It is not political. And do not make it look like say Puamanya NDC ni no NDC for into what in your mind, it is a political thing. There's no political thing here. This is purely a constitutional. That is why we are using the constitution to deal with this matter. Sanka political anka John Mahama Beka say yanko asiedun ketia office na yanko dia semono. But because this matter is purely constitutional, the president followed the constitution. The president worked in the remit. He worked inside the constitution to make sure say every single part of constitution is say enfano and one faslo. Inti tokonu, you even going to court shows say psychologically you are not ready and you don't even understand the law. Unless you want to delay us, you want to tell us Guardian say Jimmy. That is the thing. Because Gawu the constitution not political. What we are looking at today is constitutional. Now, at the fufra na tokonu pen or court and say constitutional, yam modify constitution no. Yam fa ensanka constitution in favor no. It constitutional never said say you petition the president. Na say your petition allegation no you say chief justice why ye bibia I was say you bututu to no constitution ma ho kwan say yen kan o TV so emobi ehu I say secrecy yen kan wo dem because nyoma bi wo ha a chief justice yen pese gala fo behu but chief justice toko no say ayo no nti yen go against the constitution. How dare you tell us to go against the constitution? Because nobody in Ghana is bigger than the constitution. So for Tokonu to even tell us say she wants the hearing to be on TV for everybody to watch, she does not even respect the constitution, because the constitution does not make it clear that this hearing or the committee hearing should be in camera, should be on TV. It is say right now you want us to modify the constitution because of you. Without due respect, give us a reason why you want us to modify the constitution for you alone. Ana sebio otofa 9 ana tokonu ye hu wo lawyer ene judge da You need to stay within Emrano and humble yourself and go through the process. As we speak today, nobody in Ghana has said you are guilty of the allegations. So what is your problem? What is the problem with you, Tokonu? You are too disrespectful. Your body language, the arrogance in you. You felt that every Ghanaian is beneath you. The kind of arrogance you exhibited in your home, making your husband look like a maid. You exhibited the same arrogance in your courtroom. And now that you have committed a lot of blunders, we are trying to help you justify yourself. Still, the arrogance is not giving you room to understand the Constitution is the holy book of this land. So your arrogance, your body language, the attitude, the disrespect for the people of Ghana, because you alone choosing to go to the court means you respect the court. So why are you not following the rules of the court? Because you are the same person who was telling us that the court, the law is the law. So if the law is the law, why do you want us to change the law to favor you? When you for 9. When you for the 9. Why and our China or Ghana or Barbain our China today you want it to look like say without you we Ghanaians we cannot move forward. Maintain your level, Adole. Madam, any brabao, sit down and maintain your level. Keep the arrogance at home. Start to humble yourself. Start to respect the Constitution. Start to respect the people who put you at the Supreme Court. Politics, so the issues, you want it to be about you. It is not about you. It is about the Constitution. And you made it clear to us, it is about the Constitution. Okay? When Tokonu was the Chief Justice, we saw the highest form of disrespect and abuse of even the media. After your marking, the highest level of disrespect to we Ghanaians. After your marking to be back court within 2 hours, no hearing. You sat in Ghana, insulted everybody, Chief Justice. You disrespected every single Ghanaian. No respect for whatsoever. You saw everybody to be a fool until you see Sedipani MPP and someone showed respect. You disrespected every single person. We all saw how you made the court intimidate everybody in Ghana. In fact, during your time as the Chief Justice of Ghana, Adole, Afenyo Makin, who is your personal person that you share things with, as a minority leader, even refused to accept that he's a minority leader. You will send your MPP for a using court, abusing even journalists on live TV. They made it look like, say, Tokonu has come to stay. She is not going to die today. She's not going to leave the Supreme Court. She's going to be there till she's 90 years. So when Tokonu makes a pronouncement, the NPP made all of us look like, say, Jimmy, even to a point where a journalist was making a report in front of Parliament. Afenyo came to me on live TV to harass the journalist on TV. This is what happened. These are some of the nonsense we saw in Ghana. The nonsense.
Parliament had to make a decision or an order on the matter. The Speaker of Parliament will subsequently, on October 17, rule on the matter, where he made it clear in the ruling that the 4 said seats I've just mentioned were declared vacant. Alexander Apenyo-Makin, leader of the NPP side of Parliament, will subsequently come to the Supreme Court and come and make a case. According to him, he was requesting some interpretation of Articles 97, which has been a major contention in this. And now, all the way, the Speaker would then file an application some few days later, seeking to overturn the ruling. But that didn't go in his favor. And now we've gotten to the point where the Supreme Court is expected on October 12 to give some final ruling.
You keep making that mistake. I'm the majority leader. Stop that.
Yeah.
No, stop it. I will continue to correct you. Stop misreporting. I am the majority leader. Don't say, no, say it. You've been saying it consistently, and I've been correcting you. The court has pronounced. Stop describing me as leader of MPP caucus. You should know better.
So, Nana, there you have it. Alexander Apenyo-Makin. I'm clearly not happy with the description, with the description that's been widely reported in the media as leader of the MPP caucus. According to him, he still remains the majority leader, and there's been no set project. There's been no set.
Young man, wait. For the purpose of education, the Speaker made a pronouncement. the court has ruled. You have lawyers at City. I don't know your experience in reporting, but once a court has made a pronouncement to restore the status quo, don't say that I am saying. You as a reporter, there has been 2 rulings confirming that. So don't continue to describe me as leader of MPP caucus. Is that okay? Don't tell the public that I am claiming and that you don't know what it, unless you don't know why you are doing court reporting.
I know why I'm doing court reporting.
No. So can you clarify?
Yeah, but I've mentioned it clearly in previous reports and in subsequent reports that you are the leader of the MPP caucus of the House, and even the Speaker of Parliament. You know, so
see, this is how low now your team. When I need a team, you see the kind of things that was exciting them, harassing journalists. Leader of the NPP caucus, majority leader. What's the difference? Leader of the NPP caucus, not dollar was 17. See the foolishness. Kasongo no know. All these things happen because Tokonu gave the room. Tokonu allowed this nonsense to go on. We were watching. Adole, you allowed all these things to go on because you emboldened these idiots. The little power that we gave you, you thought that you could use politics to intimidate every Ghanaian. But you forgot that the voter had the power. This happened when you were Chief Justice. Afenyomakin couldn't have come out to fool himself if you had not given him the audience in the Supreme Court. The audience you gave that guy, the foolish audience you gave Afenyomakin and his group of NPP fools, that is what caused these things. You sat there, you didn't think about anybody. Adole, let me tell you some of the things you did. You see, we were in this country when you gave 5 names to Akufo-Addo. 5 names. You want us to know who is political? You are political than a MPP women's organizer. Adole, Tokonu, listen. You sent 5 names. You are saying that Puaman has gone to a restaurant and even that restaurant, the man was not there. Because you have seen some people you think, you perceive that they don't like you, so we should stop everything. We were in this country, where your lawyer, Godfred Dame was caught on tape. Yachino tape so. You were the Chief Justice. He was the Attorney General. You, Tokonu, you want to come and talk about politics. Who is political than you? Godfred Dame, who used to be the Attorney General and you being the CJ, he was caught on tape. Asema na ewo court. Na ode asem na akosi judge kulendi fie. Na wafre omo asem for omo no ewo fie ho na o discuss asem no. At a point, he was bribing people to say things in court. Send ye beya. The asem no will go in favor of NPP. Tokonu, the whole Ghana told you that Godfred Dame as an Attorney General, he needs to be cautioned. You sat in the Supreme Court and spat at us. Your disrespect and arrogance. The rule of law, you turned it into diaper. You turned it into pampers. You turned it into sanitary pad. You were using it like every month. These people. Justice Eric Cheba for Udinidin Koma Eye Akufo-Addo. On Supreme Court. What credentials na Cheba for wa? I was said to go Supreme Court. All because Cheba for he did what? He jailed NCA people who were appointees of NDC. Judge, her ladyship Pamela Sarah Cynthia. This same woman who used to be the judicial secretary, the woman you connive with to give your daughter almost $5 billion a citizen's contract. This woman, secretary to the judiciary, you gave her name to Akufo-Addo to make her a Supreme Court judge. Tokonu, Adole, this woman, Justice Efia Sewa Sare, when Godfred Dame, time ato force in case liba ya jakpa, yen yina ekachire Ghana for ekachire will say, you are the Chief Justice morally. What has happened? Godfred Dame behind the scenes with evidence. Yen yina who say or chatty a subject. He is organizing meetings. We told you this judge change her keke. Now morally, yen who say uniminyansa udi Ghana so. You told us we are stupid. These people, you lined them up in 2024, gave them to Akufo-Addo to move them to Supreme Court. Are you not political? You think we are stupid? We forget easily? You think we don't think? You think we don't want to protect the judiciary? The people that were working for the MPP, you were championing their cause. Today you are talking about politics. We are talking about constitutionality. We are talking about a constitutional matter. You are talking about political matter. Where is the politics? What are you talking about, Adole? Adole Tokonu, what are you talking about? Because of you, you change the constitution, you can't no TV so. Now what about your constitution? You yourself, I'm asking you, do you think you are Ghanaian? What proves that you are Ghanaian? You could not even define who is a Ghanaian. Who a Ghanaian is. You want us to touch the constitution. Now me say otoye naya and I say wenufuye num. These are things you people do. The disrespect. You people connive with politicians. You break the neck of the law to favor your friends and family who are in politics. These people, these 3 judges out of the 5, you were moving them to the Supreme Court all because they did some good job you thought to you. You were satisfied. We the people, every moral Ghanaian realized that what these people were doing was wrong. But you said we are stupid. Adole. Adole, Atokonu, you are depressed. I think you feel too important. Maybe at home. You feel too important at home. Mellow yourself. Go into the shower. Bien sogu so. To wig, you know. Nebusa on say na me ya wine. Wrong ho jawo. Ye Braziano, raw dross. Na you wig, na jina shower say. Nebusa say, who am I? Unyo bia. You need to mellow before the constitution. You are not bigger than anybody. Your arrogance is too much. You make Ghanaians think, say, Obasi Adjin say, without you, we as a people, we cannot move. Chatuchi Kata advised you when he stood before you and you disrespected him because of Ekufuado. Chatuchi Kata told you something. You felt power was in your reach. You thought you could abuse power. You disrespected every single person who came before you. Your body language. You made Ghanaians feel you were some God, but you are nothing. We can make you God. And we have seen your actions. We lived with you all these years. We know you are not qualified. You don't have to lead our judiciary. If you have self-respect, Adole Tokonu, you should have resigned a long time. Because there's nothing about you that the younger generation that want to get into judiciary should learn. What? You sat in the courts to give your daughter almost 5 billion contract. Why should we, as Ghanaians, give you any room? Chachu advised you, but you thought Ekufuado was your guardian angel. You thought the NPP was your meal. You thought you can take us for a ride, Adole. This was the advice Chachu Chikata gave you.
I conclude with prophetic words that were spoken centuries ago. For they sow the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. These are the words of the prophet Hosea, to be found in Hosea chapter 8 verse 7. He that has an ear, let him hear. I conclude with prophetic words that were spoken centuries ago. For they sow the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. These are the words of the prophet Hosea, to be found in Hosea chapter 8 verse 7. He that has an ear, let him hear. I conclude with prophetic words that were spoken centuries ago. For they sow the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. These are the words of the prophet Hosea, to be found in Hosea chapter 8 verse 7.
He advised you. May come and I easy. I'm a piece for a seal. Your 2 eduboneno. Ebi kana no. There are 2 eduboneno. Sa edubonena obeto no. Ebi kawa no. Now why too politically arrogant? The arrogance. Yet here and there as we speak, your lawyer who is defending you in court, Godfrey Dame, is a subject of investigations. And here the General Legal Counsel. The General Legal Counsel has been petitioned to look into the conduct of Godfrey Dame. You, a thief, is your lawyer. Madam Tokonu, a thief, a criminal lawyer, somebody who basically chats with subjects. It makes him a criminal. An attorney general who goes behind the scenes, meet subjects in a judge's house to discuss a pending matter. Today, your lawyer, Tokonu, your lawyer, is a thief who is under investigation. A petition had been filed at the General Legal Council. And how do you expect people, Ghana, to respect you? Your lawyer now no, attorney general no, and kwasiadia oye no, and your petition General Legal Council. Any country be a serious, he needs to be this bad. Adia oye they been serious da. Adia Godfrey Dami during Atoforce and Enya Jakpa case no. We saw text messages, we heard audios, we saw evidence of a criminal attorney general. We sat in Ghana, you sat there and you did not utter a word, all because you thought the NPP is a party that was going to rule for 100 years. Today, our Chief Justice, your lawyer, is seen as a criminal. He's being treated as a criminal because of your arrogance. Resign and save your family from this disgrace. Arrogance. Tokonu, remember your beginnings. That is not how you were trained. Sika eni bre. Power. Small power. Wo dey intimidate ukunu, intimidate fear. So you feel say when that power is taken, you will commit suicide. Adole, then you will commit suicide. Because if this power was nothing to you, you would have let it go. You would have let it go. Like a long time come and call. But because you know without you being Chief Justice, you are nothing, even in your home. That is why you are still holding on to straws. That is why you are making a criminal like Godfrey Dame, somebody who we all know does crazy, illegal things as an attorney general. That is why today you have a criminal to be as your lawyer. Say to me na yajino. Say enye bibia, why are you all over the place? And now you are scared to sit before the committee members. Because what you are going to hear, it will destroy you. You are buying time. Nobody can save you. You are fighting the constitution. You said it. You said what we have now is a constitutional matter, not a party matter. As we speak today, the process has been fair. It has been transparent. It has been constitutionally right. It has never been political. So please, don't tell us to amend the constitution to favor you. Because you are just tokonu. If you believe that you have served us well and that the job you did was diligent, there are two things you can do. Go meet the committee or resign. Adole. That is all. Time no day for this. I am going here. I won't agree and I won't do this. It shows that power we gave you from what you are doing. Because me when I come to your TV station, that's what I say, oh my man now TV so enkasa. Me ba radio. Now okasa oh my man now radio so enkasa. I wouldn't be angry. I wouldn't be pissed off because I know I have a platform that is bigger than you. So if you believe you're a good lawyer, you believe you have served diligently, you believe that you did nothing wrong, what is your problem? Go there and answer the questions. Whether it's on camera or not on camera, go and give your answers. But because you know the allegations are all true, you are trying to play smart. You are doing politics. Adole, maintain your level. If you ask me, you are not coming back. You are not. You are a former Chief Justice. Maybe the reality didn't hit it yet, but the fact of the case is say, Gertrude Tokonu, you are a former Chief Justice. Suck it. Swallow it. Feel it. That is how you are. That is who you are going to be from now. You can't change it. These are facts. You are a former Chief Justice. So maintain your level and stop distracting the system. We have better things to think about.